from Duskwood, and excuse my voice today. I've just got really gunked up throat tonight. It's today's news in Warcraft, bringing you all of the general inanities of World of Warcraft Classic played on a controller nonetheless. I like actually doing this. It's really neat to do this on a controller, but with the horrors of today's news. I love it. I'm being the mascot tonight. I'm being good old Nermall. I saw on the Warcraft forums lately that there aren't very many Alliance streamers, and I don't know why. I just don't know why. We're doing some real easy-ish arena, skeletal warrior, and mage quests over here at the not the Raven Hill one, but over here at the other cemetery where all the skeletons are. Stitches is not out. And good heavens, have you heard the news at South Korea? Holy cow. So I'm trying to get up to speed on this, and it's been so hard. Okay, so there's a precipitating event. And what this event was, and it was about, where was that? An impeachment of the top prosecutor, and CNN says it's plural, prosecutors, and they rejected, the majority party in their parliament rejected a government budget proposal. And for those that don't know the situation there, they're opposite parties. The president is the opposite party of the group in charge in parliament. Don't know how it happened. I don't know. I simply don't know. So that's where it began. I don't know when it began, or, like how long ago it began. Let me say it that way. But now, and in the early morning hours over there, President Yoon Suk Yeol issued a martial law order. Yeah, I don't believe it either. This is just so unbelievable. It feels like it can't be true, right? Well, the parliament over there has the chance to overrule. And from reports there was talking about how there were soldiers on the ground preventing lawmakers from going in. I am not making this up. This is what I heard at the first video search that I did from the more reputable sources. All right, come here, you. And dear heavens, well, 190 of them showed up out of 300. Okay, because their parliament is a 300-member parliament. All 190 apparently voted down this martial law that President Yoon declared. Well, now it's over and done with. He'll be okay. So now they've overruled it, but it still kind of existed, and the media was blacked out or something like that happened. Oh, I picked up a history book. Where did you go? Is it the other one there? It can't be. No, that was an operating manual. That's the first aid thing that I never did. There it is. All right, go here. We'll simulate the mouse. Yeah, so this is what was going on. It's just plain wild. So since then, President Yoon has lifted the martial law order, and because there was massive protests and everything like that, nobody wanted martial law who would, right? Except somebody that would be power mad. Let's not go into that tonight. Let's do a regular old Nermall pull. Let's just do that. See if we can't, right? Raw. I was able to do it. So now this was lifted earlier, like today my time, which is Eastern time. It would be early morning over there. And so what brought this, the accusations were that in the declaration was for about the specter of North Korea, and how they have infiltrated the government or something like that. They've infiltrated one of the parties, and this prompted the South Korean president to declare martial law. And it's just as crazy as it sounds. It really is. I mean, it's unbelievable. But here we are. Here we are. Welcome to the new normal. When if there's an election that you don't like, you just declare martial law. This is going to ring a bell maybe in 2 to 4 years. Gee, do you think? Are you going to stand up and say, no, this is not right? No, of course you're not. Because you'll believe the lie. But here we are. We see what happens about the lie. And what happens? The South Korean people stood up and said no. And for that, I am extraordinarily proud of them for doing that and for standing up to a possible overthrow of their own government. Gee, that doesn't sound familiar at all. And of course, they're now asking for President Yoon to step down, but basically, in Roman terms, it would be falling on your sword. And then they called for, I forgot that gets rid of movement in pairs. There we go, gotcha. And I think calling for the defense minister too to step down. So if that is the case, well, then there may be more than one person falling on their sword. Okay, it's entirely possible. So where this stands in the U.S., here's the deal with that. The president can unilaterally declare martial law. He can, because he's in charge of the armed forces. But here's the strange thing. Congress can also declare it. So what would happen here? And it's not a problem that the courts would solve. Because the side that doesn't win isn't going to listen to the court decision. Let's be honest with ourselves for a second, right? The side that doesn't win is not going to listen to the court decision, especially if that side is orange. But we're not going into that right now. We're focusing more along the lines of South Korea, and I'm hoping everything works out for them in the end. It's just living in interesting times. It's a Chinese curse, or at least I was always told it was. May you live in interesting times. And we are in interesting times. I mean, come on. That's right there. Oh, man, I'm hitting a lag spike. Yeah, but constitutionally, the president or Congress could enact martial law. And I still don't know what would happen there. I mean, obviously, if like, say the president would issue that, and Congress says, no, you're overstepping your bounds, then, then, you know, like I said, this is not a question for the courts to decide. It's going to be a question for basically the military to decide what side are they going to be on. Okay, that's the whole deal. Yeah, I'm just grateful we're plowing through an easy quest here, and I finally gave up and went to Darkshire, and came over here to Tranquil Gardens. And it's mainly because I am suffering from the mid-level blahs. And if you've never heard of that before, what that is you're at a point where you just don't feel like you're going forward anymore. And so what you really need to do is go to a different zone. And once you get zoned in here, you get the easy green quest, and it's just real easy XP. Look, I've already got an easy bar out of this, and probably a little bit more as I turn it in. And then later on, as I get down to Raven Hill, I get that and go for there. I've also got the book to turn in. So we'll go ahead and turn that in too, and then we'll call it an evening, okay? But again, wow to the craziness in South Korea. But I'm glad they're no longer under martial law. I'm very, very glad for that. Ooh, the skeletal friends. Yay. They're so friendly that they rush up to hug you. No, that took me a second. I'm sorry, y'all. All right, we'll get down here to Storm Wind. Go there. Sometimes using a D-pad is very detrimental. Other times it's brilliant. Like here, how I got the menu, I got my cat one there. My bear one's here because my primary form is a bear, not a cat. And then the two triggers in left is always the profession, which is awesome. I don't think I have any leathers on me, do I? No, I don't. But I am at the point where I can make heavy. But I need elemental earth. Yeah. All right. Now, go. Quit that. Go away. Does she have wool? No, she don't. Wait, can she? No, not yet. I might still have to collect a bit more linen. That's all right. In case you were wondering, while I'm in flight, I forgot to show. Like there, that's the Bear Moo macro, and I know it's silly, but it's a bit of RP flair. Now the library. Oh, I remember where that is. Now it's over by the king, ain't it? Yeah. I haven't done this quest in a while. My Lobies, all of my other ones have they progressed past the point of Darkshire, and you know, Turkey Tench is getting ready for his mount, and of course, Horde characters can't go there. Run! I didn't get the cat dash. I probably should have. I have enough to do it. Wait, what are you? Oh, whoops. Okay, we're not using that. Ooh, another sharp claw. I can send that to Inanna, and then she can make another rage potion. I've been funneling rage potions over to my warrior alt that you saw here a while back. And so far, I haven't had to use one. I haven't really had a good close call, so that's always a good sign on a warrior, right? If you don't have a close call. Life is so much easier on a paladin because you just have to outwit and outlast. A warrior, you actually have to smack them down real good and real quick. But I like the outwit and outlast portions of play. There you are. Ugh. Good heavens. I'm not going to South Shore yet. That's a few levels away. Right. Alright, so what am I doing? Let's do that. No, that goes back to Deepwater. I never reset my hearth. Oh no. Well, it'll be alright because I'm going to go ahead and call this a day with just 2 quick bars in. Not bad. Not bad today. I will go back to Deepwater anyway because I can always go and get the frosted lucky lizards and get them and level up some skinning anyway. So we'll do that, and another day we'll go back and get the frosted lucky lizards. They're lizardly delightful. Frosted lucky lizards. They're lizardly delightful. I'm actually getting to that point where, and I'm using the mouse right now because I'm getting ready to go to studio and put a stop to all this, okay? So now that kind of stuff happens, dear heavens. You know, I have an alt that, oh, that's the one. There we go. Okay, now, we're at that point where the melon juice is the best thought and spirit takes care of the rest. All right, so I'm going to send this over. Oops. There we go. And where'd you go? There it is, the sharp claw. Just make great. Oh, I forgot to send over some money. There we go. And now with all of that out of the way, I'm going to log out and call it an evening. So for today's news in Warcraft, this is the mascot Nermall wishing you a great day and great gaming. Especially if you're in South Korea. I hope you're having a great day now.